threatened my mother! What have you done to me?
My parents taught me to hone my senses, Zod. Focus on just what I wanted to see. Without your helmet, you're getting everything. And it hurts, doesn't it?
On this episode of Goatee and the Stache, we cover Man of Steel. Hey boys and girls, welcome back to another installment of Movie Reviews with Goatee and the Stache. It's been a while.
Yeah.
And I'm, of course, your host, Don DeGrood. With me, as always, Justin Miller.
Yeah.
Now, before we get going, let's get this out of our system right away. Blackhawks!
Yeah, 2 to go!
2 to go.
2 to go.
By the time you see this, the game will already have happened. So hopefully, 1 to go!
I hope so. I hope so. Otherwise, I'll probably break a knuckle again.
Yeah, I about had a heart attack watching Game 4.
Game 7 of the Detroit series, when they disallowed that goal at the end, I punched the wall and my knuckle pretty much just lodged.
Nice.
I was not happy.
Yeah. I'm officially a Blackhawks fan. I kind of got to like them last time they won the Stanley Cup.
Over
Because,
Philadelphia.
and it's strange, I kind of got into it because at the Peoria Chiefs games, every time they would score while we were there, they'd play their music from
Chelsea Dagger.
Fratellis,
Fratelli's, yeah.
or however you pronounce it, Chelsea Dagger.
Fratelli's, Chelsea Dagger. I wonder if they get royalties on that. 'Cause if they do,
I would think so. As
Damn.
many goals as they've been scoring.
That's why they've only recorded 2 albums.
They don't need another one.
No.
So anyways, what we're here to do today is review the movie Man of Steel, the new DC Comics
Superman.
Superman film, another reboot.
Man of Supers.
I think Superman's got about 12 pairs of boots by now.
Mm-hmm.
And we got the original Christopher Reeves
Oh, okay.
reboot.
Oh, gotcha, yeah. Yeah, it was George Reeves in the old-timey one, and then Christopher Reeves. And then, oh god, what was that dude's name?
I don't know.
Brandon Routh.
He was on Chuck, that's all I
If you've seen Ted, they devote the last 2 minutes to ripping Brandon Routh in Superman Returns.
Yeah.
Patrick Stewart does, it's beautiful.
Yeah, so we've had a lot of different installments of Superman. And right off the bat, I'll say I think this is the best one yet.
Yeah, I do too.
I haven't seen Superman Returns.
It's terrible. You don't need to see it.
Yeah, I heard enough about it to where I said, yeah, I'm good. Because I've never actually been a big fan of Superman.
Oh, yeah, I know. No.
I'm more of a Batman. I'm not really a DC Comics guy. Because I like to look at their list of bad guys and I go, there's like 3 that are even any good. Yeah, and like some of their superheroes have the most ridiculous names. Plastic Man.
Yeah, they're terrible on
Plastic,
DC
last
and
time I
Marvel.
checked, doesn't stretch.
Yeah, the Justice League's better than Avengers.
Yeah, I've watched a few of the animated stuff.
They do animation really well.
Yeah, the Batmans. and the
Oh man,
Justice
that
Leagues.
90s Batman was awesome.
But I still can't bring myself to watch any of the Superman ones. So anyways, this one set some records.
Biggest June opening for a
Yeah.
weekend. It beat Toy Story 3's record
Yep,
with 130 million.
beat Woody. And
After it bombed with 27 million on a 125 budget, and then pretty much died. Maybe
yeah, thank God for that.
The Purge beat it, which was a movie that cost $3 million to make.
That's an interesting concept, though. That movie about 12 hours. Is it 12 or 20?
It's 12 hours.
12
it's
hours.
From one time a
Do
year.
whatever you
I
want.
saw it. It was from 7 o'clock at night to 7 in the morning. You can anything's legal: rape, murder,
Theft,
whatever,
extortion,
except for killing government
Okay.
officials and up to
touching a badger with a spoon.
That's always legal, I think. I think that's do at your own risk. And you couldn't use class something weapons, which I'm assuming you can't use nukes or rocket launchers. Maybe I don't know. But other than that, everything
no
goes.
war crimes.
Yeah,
I would think.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we got Man of Steel, and
With Henry Cavill as Superman, he did a pretty good job.
he did a very good job for a guy that kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah, well, that's what they did with Christopher Reeves. He came out of nowhere. I think they want to do that with him again.
But they did surround him with a few veterans. You know,
Mhm.
Amy Adams as
Lois Lane,
Lois Lane.
Lawrence Fishburne.
Lawrence Fishburne. But I felt like he's too good an actor to only let him be in that much.
I feel like they're probably setting it up more for the next one.
Yeah.
Kind of the way they did with Lord of the Rings, or in the first
Was
one.
that funny looking older guy Jimmy?
Yeah.
He looked way
He
too
did.
old to be Jimmy.
It did. Yeah, I think it was.
I hope not.
Yeah. Yeah. It's one of those things where I don't think they explicitly said, so if he goes over well, they can have somebody else play Jimmy in the next one.
I will turn it over to my savant here. Go ahead and finish off the cast.
Diane Lane as Ma Kent, Kevin Costner as Pa Kent, and
Unfortunate death.
yeah, oh god.
That actually
I
kind
teared
of.
up at that.
I kind of
I
got.
teared up at that. My fiance teared up at that. That's so sad.
No, save him!
Oh, he just wanted to save that damn dog.
Yeah, that fucking dog.
Michael Shannon as
Kevin
Zod, and Russell Crowe as the man who gets pregnant with Superman.
Yes, because we said in Krypton the men have the babies.
Russell Crowe is good.
Obviously, if you've seen the movie, you know we're full of crap.
Yeah.
But
He's an insane person, but then you see him in something you remember, he's actually a good actor. Yeah. He might be a crazy person who throws phones at people, but he's a good actor.
yeah, I like the interpretation of him in South Park. That he's a guy going on a tugboat, picking fights with people.
Well,
Why you want to fight me?
Well, that making fun of his band, that's real. He's got a band called 30 Odd Foot of Grunt.
Yeah, I know he does have. He does have.
Weirdly enough, Michael Shannon has a band too, Zod, and it's actually pretty good. His band's decent.
Doesn't Bruce Willis and him both have bands, and then I came together once?
Bruce Willis's band is, I think, just like called Bruno, which is his nickname.
Yeah,
He's
definitely full of himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, according to Kevin Smith, he's a bit of a prima donna.
Yeah, he called him an emo bitch. That's what I heard. Which I can see that. If you see Expendables 2, he's the only one that doesn't look like he wants to be there.
Yeah. Yeah, so we got a pretty good cast here. They did a pretty good performance.
Probably the strongest cast for a standalone superhero movie.
Yeah, and I'm not a big fan of.
Batman.
I'm not a big fan of Shannon. He was a good bad guy. I'm kind of the guy who's got the ADHD. I'm distracted by the fact that he talks like this. Like he talks like a 60-year-old man, but he has like the body of a 50. Or sorry, not 50, a 35-year-old bodybuilder, you know, or guy.
He's a really good actor. If you haven't seen Iceman or Take Shelter, you should see those because they're real good suspense movies.
Yeah, and I think he was in
Boardwalk Empire.
Yeah, and more recently, he was in that movie about Joseph Gordon-Levitt riding a bicycle.
Premium Rush. Yeah, he talks
yeah.
Chinese in that. It's pretty hilarious. When Joseph Gordon-Levitt's riding
Actually,
that hill. Premium Rush ride that hill.
He does in this movie too.
He does. It's awesome.
Yeah,
I think he's got a writer where he's like, I want to talk Chinese because my voice talking
I want
Chinese
to
is horrifying.
sound smart. So
He's
give me something good.
He's from Kentucky, so he can't really cover up his Kentucky accent super well.
Yeah, but General Zod.
Oh man, it's so good.
It's definitely a good thing to happen to this as we move on into the storyline. This kind of a character right off the bat with Superman.
It's also nice to have a superhero movie with a consistent villain throughout the entire thing, where he isn't revealed as a man who's just got diarrhea, and then Guy Pearce breathes fire. I'm still on it. I hated Iron Man 3, and I regret giving it a C.
Yeah.
I regret giving it a C.
The movie was like the movie was good, but bad guys.
Mm-hmm.
Like you enjoy it for what it is as a visually stimulating.
Iron Man 3.
And it makes you laugh in certain parts because that's what you kind of expect from a character that's Robert Downey Jr.'s.
He's definitely the most comedic superhero.
Yeah, and like even in Sherlock Holmes, he brings a degree of comedy to it. You know, I like
their bulldog.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Deuce.
Love you, Deucey.
There's heaven for a G.
Wiggle that butt up in heaven, buddy.
Oh man.
Yeah, for all you out there who don't know, that's
I
our
have a lot of dead dogs.
it's our little buddy from back when we first started working together, Goatee.
Yeah,
He was a
my dad's bulldog.
bulldog, but he had some
Technically,
problems.
died at the age of 6 from too many seizures.
Yeah. Anywho,
Anyways, now we're getting depressed.
now we're back to that scene where Kevin Costner dies.
Oh God, you just wanted to save that damn dog.
I know, and like
That was so
they didn't
well
try
done.
very hard to get the dog out at the first part of that
Is there a better emotional scene in a superhero movie?
than someone
That.
watching their father pass away
From
or
a tornado?
From a tornado.
I feel like also that it's a
Twister.
little bit. Yeah.
It's very Twister-like, because at the beginning, the young what's her name? Not Meg Ryan. Helen Hunt watches her dad get sucked up in a tornado while holding on to the
I
door.
love that as a kid. I watched it a few weeks ago and it doesn't hold up
Yeah.
to me. But
Yeah, because
it
when you're
reminds
a
me of
kid, you're fascinated with
that.
tornadoes.
Because we're in the Midwest, so there's tornadoes all the damn time out here.
Yeah. I said I haven't seen one physically since I saw one like a million miles away. A tiny little funnel cloud was starting to appear in the horizon line that I could see.
I've only seen one or two, but there's always warnings and it's
Yeah.
freaky as hell.
Yeah, I saw it and I took some pictures of it. Maybe if I remember, I can post them or something.
Especially as a kid, because you're just like, oh, the wind is trying to kill me. So
Yeah, it's kind of
you're all freaked out,
terrifying. Yeah, and I thought that this whole thing was kind of ironic. How the father gets sucked up because he's holding on to the frickin' door. If he just would have hit it, and then everybody else is fine. After the door's gone, everyone's like, oh, no, daddy. And it's like, if you just would have stayed in the damn hole, you would have been fine. And that's what part of me was like, duck and roll, Costner, duck and roll. Jump in the ditch, do something. Don't just stand there, you putz. But, you know, that whole scene was just like, no.
Yeah.
Don't come get me.
That was way more affecting than when Bruce Wayne's parents died, even in Batman Begins.
Yeah, because it's, you know, oh, grab
Which,
bag.
not to knock
gunshot.
Batman Begins, I love that movie, but, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole,
I think it's the damn dog element.
yeah, the dog.
If Batman's parents had the dog.
And the dog's not even alive in the present day
And
storyline.
then the dog dies.
Yeah, the dog's dead. So all that was for nothing. And they have a new dog who immediately recognizes Clark and runs to him. He's like, hey, new dog, I love you.
Afterwards.
Because I bet he probably lasered the other dog. You killed my father. And I love how he has trouble with his laser eyes at first.
Yeah. I thought they did all of his powers really well. I like that they added sonic booms when he flew.
Yeah,
That was cool as hell.
Yeah, that's realistic.
Yeah, I mean, they've never done that.
Because he's not only breaking the sound barrier, he's breaking it twice.
And his X-ray vision looked really good too.
His what?
X-ray vision? That was really good.
Yeah.
No
boobies.
Yeah.
No boobies.
I like when he first figures out his hearing and sight and freaks out.
Yeah,
that
as
was
a
really
kid.
well done. They really showed him coming to grips with his powers really well.
Yeah, but it's strange that it would take that long for him to really have that moment.
Yeah, I think it's just he's got to build up enough yellow sun radiation.
I guess.
At least that's.
Or maybe
that's what it is.
Maybe because he's old enough where he's just starting to go through puberty.
Yeah.
And then I think that ultimately was his advantage over the other Kryptonians who arrived later on.
Yeah, he has way more time to hone his skills.
Yeah, well, harness his powers, plus his body is probably developed with that, and there's, because there's, okay, real quick, did you see the phallus at the beginning there, of when they're all getting shot up into the,
What?
What's the zone? What's the zone?
Phantom zone.
Phantom zone. When they were all getting shot up into space, when the things came over them, it came over straight down and then went out like this.
What? Was it?
Yeah, it looked like a bunch of cocks going up into space.
Okay. Paging Dr. Freud. Oh, but no, I didn't.
Excuse me for 1 second. We're going to cut away while I kick his ass.
No, I didn't. But I like the Phantom Zone in this.
It looked weird. I'm just saying. Why did it have to look like that?
Have you seen the old ones with the Phantom Zone?
With the mirrors?
Glass? Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, no.
Yeah, I think Space Penis probably looks better than the
I suppose so. And so, yeah, we see all kinds of fun.
Krypton looked cool.
Yeah.
Krypton was nice.
Before it exploded.
It is.
Good explosion, though. So, anyways,
Just a lot of exploded porn.
so I really enjoyed the storyline. And
Yeah, it was serviceable for a superhero movie.
yeah, good characters. I like that Superman only fought 3 Kryptonians, just like in the original Christopher Reeve movies.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you had the Zod, you had the tough female chick, which was his right hand woman, and then of course the Brute, the guy who was like 8 foot tall.
Yeah.
Which I'm like going, why does he have to be 8 foot tall?
Because he does, man. He's their Shaq.
I guess so.
I liked their first fight in Smallville. I thought they did super powered, speeded strength fights really well.
Yeah, I lost track of Smallville after like season 1 or 2.
I didn't. Yeah, same here. I think I made it through 1, maybe.
But right now, if you go to Mart, you can probably buy the entire series right now because they do that there. They take advantage of whatever movie's out in theaters and release something.
Yeah, they do. I've seen it there.
Yeah, because I wanted
or just
to
buy it used on Amazon and don't get.
I did want to get the
money.
Blu-ray Ultimate Edition of Lord of the Rings series, but I didn't get around to buying. Didn't get around to buying it. It was like $50.
Oh, did you see the Hobbit trailer before the movie? No. For Man of Steel or Hobbit 2?
No, I watched it at Pekin,
Oh.
and we showed up late,
Oh, okay.
so that's probably why.
Looks good.
I mean, I saw the 3D previews, but I didn't see the regular previews. So, anyways, all right. There were some. All right, topic 3: Easter eggs. There were a few in here.
2 LexCorp things. One on the what was it, like a field truck.
Yeah, a fuel truck that
Or a field truck.
exploded.
And then when they're coming down into Metropolis, if you look on the top of the building, it has the LexCorp logo.
Which also pushes toward that whole idea of the next movie, Batman, is supposed to be involved.
Yeah, that's the rumor that they want to set up because well, I watched not like a documentary. It was like a little featurette online with Zack Snyder beforehand, and he said that if you notice, there's Wayne Tech something in the movie, and it's on the satellite at the end when they go up to space. But he says he put that there because he wants the idea that Superman and Batman both exist in this world to be in there. So and they're fast tracking the next movie, and it might even be out next year.
Which you have to do that because if you're going to have the Justice League movie, you got to make the idea that they all exist in the same universe. Which is going to be odd because you still have Green Lantern, you still have...
I'm the only person that likes that movie.
The Green Lantern movie?
Yeah.
I took it for what it was. It was
that's how you have to watch that movie. Yeah. If you take it for what it was, it's enjoyable.
What kind of bad guy is he going to fight?
It's not Dark Knight.
You know, because
it's
the Green Lanterns, I don't know
Sinestro.
much about them, but from what I understand, it's like up in its own galaxy as far as light.
He's a space hound.
Yellow light, green light.
Sinestro's one of my all-time favorite comic villains, so I also just like that, I guess.
Yeah, and you know, you watch at the end, the dude puts on the yellow ring and it becomes a yellow ring, which is interesting.
Sinestro. It got me so excited for something that is never going to happen on screen again. The Sinestro Core Wars.
And then you still got to set up Wonder Woman.
Yeah, we're getting an Ant-Man movie from Marvel.
Yeah, and then let's see, what is he? The Red Tornado or the Martian Manhunter?
I don't think they do.
Doesn't he also get called like the Red Tornado or something?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Martian Manhunter. So you got a whole Justice League.
There's a large roster they can pick from. I think they would go Superman, obviously, Batman, obviously, Wonder Woman, obviously. I would do
Flash.
Flash has got to be in there. They've been talking about making a Flash movie for a while. Probably Green Lantern. I can't see them doing Green Lantern. I can see them not doing Green Lantern, but I think they would do Cyborg because he's pretty grounded in reality, and he'd give them a black guy on their team, which would be some nice diversity on there.
Need diversity. There's a lot of white honkies in superhero movies.
That's why Nick Fury is.
And I think Blade
Jackson
should
now.
be on the next Avengers. Just putting it out there.
Blade 2 is the best Marvel movie ever made, followed by Spider-Man 2.
I thought Blade Trinity was pretty good.
Yeah, I liked it too.
Because I liked the whole concept of killing vampires. Yeah. That they finally, they did Dracula, the original.
In the second one.
Yeah.
Guillermo del Toro directed it. Oh man. Hellboy's really good.
You can always tell when Guillermo del Toro. It's got to be a movie with a monster that needs prosthetics.
Pacific Rim.
I'm looking forward to that.
Oh God, come on! That movie looks amazing. Just canceled the Oscar season already. Mm-hmm. Giant robot smashing giant sea monsters.
Yeah. So part 2 of our third topic is what we want to see future Superman movies. Obviously, we would like to see Lex come into it.
Here's what I think they're gonna do, based on the New 52, which is the DC's giant reboot of everything that they did comic-wise, because it kind of is tying. It doesn't tie into like Dark Knight Rises, but you can see some of the same overarching themes. I think they're going to have Lex Luthor working with the military I think he's going to try and instill distrust in Superman in the military, and then work with them to try and find probably kryptonite or something.
Yeah, because he's going to need kryptonite if he's going to have a chance against Superman.
Yeah, and I feel like they're going to have to.
It'll probably
give him
if you think about it right, in the years it takes for him to mature, become an adult, chunks of Krypton could be heading towards the planet.
Yeah,
and then will burn up in the atmosphere, but there will still be some left. Yeah. And they'll say, well, this was a material that doesn't exist on it, and then it'll be Lex Luthor's people, and be like, let me see this, and then it'll be some glowing green rock, and be like, this isn't an emerald.
Yeah, I think that's. Because he's been in Action Comics, the reboot, he was working with the military, he was working with Lois Lane's dad, who's a general.
Yeah, but do you think it's going to be like Smallville where they're buddies?
No.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be like, it should be, like a superhero, or like the comics where he is distrustful of him because he's an egomaniac and Superman's getting all the love from the people, and he's going to... Because the military doesn't really trust him, even at the end of this movie. He's kind of like, well, you just gotta get over it. I can probably kill all of you, so just gotta go with it.
I nearly took out the entire Metropolis just by having a fight. What do you think I can do if I wanted to do something bad to you?
So I think Lex is gonna come in and be like,
I'd like to see that in the next one, that Metropolis is still a crater. Because it's ridiculous how much damage happened in this movie. Like, my dad was with me, and he went, holy crap, that place.
People are pissed about that, but that's what would happen.
Yeah, I mean, when you got superpowers fighting each other, smashing each other, and holy crap, how many people died in that movie that you don't see?
Oh, a lot. It's got to be.
A million.
They estimate, somebody did like real-time damage estimates on the internet. They said it'd be...
People have no lives.
That they do. Over $1 billion in damage, and over 100,000 people would be dead.
And that is a hell of a lot of people to just suck them back in. They're not dead. Yeah. The only one that dies in topic 4 is Zod.
Yeah, but the damage thing, people are pissed because like it's too much like 9/11 because Metropolis is like New York. But I don't get why people are. It's a superhero movie. Get over yourself.
Yeah.
2, and people would die. I'm sorry, people would die through
Metropolis is New York, Brooklyn is...
And 3, Avengers has actual New York, and they destroy actual New York in that, but this is the one that gets...
But in Avengers, it's not as much. You know, you have buildings getting destroyed, but everybody runs away safely. Yeah. And I think that's kind of been the difference between Marvel and DC movies. In Batman, people died. Yep. Maybe you didn't see them die, but you know they're dead. You know... the mob bosses, the people, the cops.
Killed a lot of people.
Yeah.
And Joker killed a lot of cops.
You had a whole fucking football team die.
That is our first F-bomb.
I said F-word earlier.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
Oh, well, that is our second F-bomb.
The dog. I said fucking dog.
Oh, God, that dog.
So anyway, yeah, so...
He killed the Steelers.
So, yeah, basically... Even except for Hines Ward, who's retired.
Ben Roethlisberger may have had it coming.
Maybe. I don't know. Did it get to the sidelines? Because they were all on the sidelines.
I'd like to think so.
Yeah.
They just snapped that dude.
That's what you get for raping women in bathrooms, Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah.
Pit of death. So anyways, yeah, so number 4. Superman kills Zod.
Snaps his neck.
Like a twig.
Oh, man.
And, like, leading up to that moment... He had him in like a chokehold, and I thought he was going to be like, "You're gonna choke, bitch," and like put him out, and then like they were going to end with him in some sort of Kryptonian restraint system,
back to the fan zone or whatever.
You know, well, if they even knew how, because they already, they use jargon so quickly in movies like this, so you don't go, "Does that make sense?" Scientific jargon. Yeah, I accept it as fact. I accept it as truth.
iPods, iPads, I don't even know anymore.
I don't own those things. I don't know how to use them. But it was kind of, it was, you had to.
He had to.
He had to, yeah.
He was complaining about that too.
Yeah, he was using his laser vision. He was going to kill those innocent people.
Superman doesn't kill. What people are complaining about.
No, but he allows people to die.
But yeah.
Because obviously 100,000 people just died.
Yeah.
Because they're fighting.
Because I like when the other Kryptonians are dead, and then Zod's like.
Because it's not Dragon Ball Z. They don't just go, oh, there's a big desert right there. We should go fight
15 minutes of him bringing up a Kamehameha.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah. I loved Dragon Ball Z, but still. No, Zod, after
freaking out?
all of them die, and he's like, yeah, these were my people. I am going to wreck your ship, bro.
Well, technically,
It was awesome.
just all of the pods died.
Yeah.
These people are in the Phantom Zone. So there's, because that's where they got sucked back into.
A lot of them got dusted. That's why he was sifting through his hand.
It looked like they got sucked into it. It was a black hole.
Well, he was going with, this was the dust of my people. I thought some of them died.
Well, yeah, but no, he means the ones in the ship.
Yeah. Okay.
Because he used the codex to, start the process.
But anyways, that was a sweet final fight.
Excuse me. Yeah, sweet final fight, and the controversy of Superman killing Zod should it have happened.
Yeah, I think so. I'm fine with it.
'Cause-
I'm a huge.
If he had snapped his neck and been like, "Yeah, bitch," it might have been a little off.
Yeah, he was.
But the fact that
affected by it.
he didn't want to kill him, but he was forced to.
Mhm.
So obviously, the Superman does not want to kill people. He doesn't want, he tries his best,
Yeah.
to save people in the mid. Well, honestly, he only really tries to save one person during the entire fight. Of course, it's his girlfriend, Lois Lane.
I think the end was he had to kill him for like the Wrath of Khan principle. The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few, and it was
Or the
either
one.
or the one. I killed this dude who's trying to kill everybody to save these 4 people who are kind of just normal people.
Yeah.
For all we know, they could have been a family of cannibals,
Yeah,
and he should have killed them. I don't know.
Or mass murderers.
I can't wait for
Did watch Wrath.
2. He fights Leatherface.
I finally did watch Wrath of Khan.
So good, isn't it?
It's pretty good.
Awesome.
Although I think Ricardo Montalban's character was a little bit, just a
Huge
little
man.
bit, yeah, though it was just a little bit dramatic.
I would
have him.
on the flames of perdition. Like when Kurt gets out of the Genesis device. Let's try this. We've tried this once your way, Khan. And then he knocks the shit out of his ship. It was awesome.
Yeah, and it confused me, but I'm not going to go on a tangent. Maybe off camera we can discuss it.
Sure.
Finally, topic 5. This will hopefully be a reoccurring thing as we're trying to get some structure to these reviews. One good, one bad.
You go first.
Okay, well, my bad in it would be the fact that Lana Lane was a very faint fizzle in the whole scheme of the movie.
Yeah.
She's like a cousin of Lois Lane, right?
No, she's Lana Lang, L-A-N-G.
Oh.
She's just some chick he knew in Smallville that found out his
Oh.
identity. She's the first person who told his identity. It's not related. Well, he's not related to his parents.
I thought they were related. I don't know why. But anyways,
Well, their
the
names
fact
aren't
that
exactly the same. So.
they put her in the movie, but there's no backstory between them. Because that's like his first love, right? So I thought they just kind of dismissed it, and he's a freak, and everyone thinks he's a freak, and then everyone's very naive. I thought that was kind of bad. I didn't see too much more than that, other than maybe I would have liked to seen Lex Luthor.
Yeah, I'm fine with him kind of not going into it, but I get what you mean. Maybe the shaky cam sometimes a little bit. I don't really have any complaints about it. I love this movie.
And I think my biggest bad was the destruction of the city. While it was feasible and made sense in that circumstance, I felt like it was very under noted.
Yeah, that's the end of the
They didn't make a huge deal out of it.
I would hope they'll go into the fact that they're rebuilding Metropolis in the next one, and just because it was the end of the movie.
Yeah, and
I guess we'll see.
let's see, my biggest good. Well, just pretty much, the fact that I didn't hate Superman.
Yeah, Yeah, that's what I've heard a lot of people say, that they're not really Superman fans, nor do they like anything about him, and that they really enjoy this movie.
Yeah, because for
good.
me,
As a diehard Superman fan, as a person that has a Superman tattoo, it's nice to see people actually give a crap about Superman.
yeah, because I have always thought Superman was a kind of a cop-out superhero, where it's like,
Yeah.
oh, he does everything. He's invincible.
Outside of the comic, they haven't really given you much reason to think otherwise since Superman 2 in the 80s.
Yeah, because Superman, his only weakness is a rock.
Yeah, 3, 4 are awful. The cartoon show is not very good. There's never been a good Superman game. Yeah, pretty much unless you read the comics, then yeah, there's not much to be interested in.
But they definitely did a good job of making him relevant again, which is good.
Yeah, which is nice.
Because I'm not going to see Justice League if I'm going to hate their leader, Superman.
Channing Tatum, Batman, count it.
They're saying Joseph Gordon-Levitt's going to do it.
Oh God.
I just don't think he has the build for it.
No, he'd be a good Nightwing. Oh God, I'm like super deep into the comics now. Never mind. First Robin, after he's Robin, is Nightwing, and that'd be good for Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Oh, shut up.
What if you're a fan of The Big Bang Theory? Watch the episode where Stewart goes on a date with Penny, and
I don't think I've seen that one.
Stewart and Sheldon have a conversation of who, after Bruce Wayne, would make the next Batman. They fight over whether it should be Dick Grayson or the new Robin, whose name I forget off the top of my head. Though I know.
Oh, from Dark Knight?
No.
Oh, from the comics.
Comic series.
Yeah, Damian Wayne. It's his son with Talia al Ghul.
No, not that one. The boy that they brought in that Joker kills, supposedly.
Oh, Jason Todd.
Jason Todd. Yeah.
Jason Todd.
Is Jason Todd or Dick Grayson? Who would be the next Batman? But Dick Grayson is.
Well, Dick Grayson was Batman for a while in the comic.
Yeah.
And it was terrible.
Well, they were in our. Anyways, okay, so that will do it for Man of Steel. But before we go,
I got a few video on demand recommendations. If you like VHS 1, the horror anthology, VHS 2 is nowhere near as good, but it's worth watching if you got $7.
Netflix has VHS. If you
watch the first one. It's really good. Antiviral is another horror movie that's worth watching, and Errors of the Human Body is great. It's kind of a mad scientist, kind of just a slow burn on grief and crazy science.
Yep, and personal note, I will probably be thinking about doing a personal series based on Netflix, where I'll just pick some, I'll call it Netflix Nuggets. Basically, I'll be hunting through Netflix's library to find something good to watch, be it old or new, and I will report to you whether I like it or not.
Go with Hemlock Grove.
Hemlock Grove.
It's so bad. If you thought True Blood sucked, then oh my God.
Suck on this.
True Blood sucks.
Suck on this.
How about some more Southern gay vampire bosses?
And segue. On a sad note, we do want to send our love and condolences
to James Gandolfini's family.
Yes.
That's incredibly depressing.
Yeah, definitely lost a titan in the
Probably the best.
the world of
best character actors. If you loved TV, if you like Mad Men, Breaking Bad, Dexter, things like that, none of those would ever have existed if it weren't for his performance as Tony Soprano.
Yeah.
And just all around a good guy. I've read a lot of different tributes this week about just general fans saying they did the jackassy thing and talk to him while he's eating, but he would just get up. He'd get up and give you a hug and act like you're a long lost relative.
In their defense, he's always eating.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna get some more gabagool.
Yeah, and just a nice, super cool dude to everybody that met, and I didn't really read a bad thing about him.
Yep, and Sopranos was probably the the series of the last few decades.
The first season, in my opinion, is the best season.
Because I heard that when they pitched it to HBO, they pitched it as a guy who's having like a midlife crisis, who just happens to be a mob boss.
Yeah.
Because it gave a human side to, hitmen and gangsters and stuff. You know, they have a drug problem. He beats his wife. And your daughter's a giant hoe bag, and your son's a dick.
He was at the same time incredibly terrifying and yet extremely vulnerable, and that's super hard to pull off.
Yeah, and thanks to Tony Soprano you know, and the cast, they brought everyone's attention to HBO as a episodic powerhouse. You know, before it was just movies.
Yeah.
And they had a few like mini series, but they never really went with a total show, like a network television show.
Yeah, you got Sopranos, and then it led off into The Wire, and then that led off into Showtime getting into it with things like Dexter, and then
Yeah, some of them
You're like
you only,
6 feet under
you only
the
got
camera.
1 or 2 or 3 seasons out of them because that's as far as they were going to go because they wanted something new and fresh. But it definitely got it going. You know, then now you got like Cinemax has their own, Showtime has their own series. You know, you got
AMC.
Spartacus and all those other things. or
AMC
whatever.
has a ton. FX, you got like Sons of Anarchy.
But of course with AMC you still have to tone it down. You can't say the F bomb all day. And although didn't they slip one in and they slipped one in Mad Men and also Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
They've only used the F word once. I've watched season 1 through 4, and it was perfectly timed where he just looks at her and goes, "You."
Yeah.
You know, because he's mad at him for not keeping him in. So, anyways, that'll do us for today. Thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. Well, technically it's my channel, but so far this has been mostly us.
Yeah.
It's called the Goatee Project, but trust me, I'm trying to get people involved so that you don't have to stare at this face every time. But subscribe, share it with your friends if you watch it. We only got 16 views on the last movie review, and it was the best one. And I'm trying to bring this back stronger every week, so bear with me. It's a feeling out process, but we need your support, need your help.
Leave suggestions in the comment section.
Suggestions. What do you want to see? What
Donate some money.
Well, I'd take that. We could use a new camera. 2 cameras, multiple angles so you're not bored. And then, of course, I want to do sketch comedies in the future. If you yourself want to act, if you have some good ideas, share them. Email me at thedegroupproject@gmail.com. You can find that email in my account information. Or go to our Facebook page, The Group Project. You can find it through my page. Link will be in the description below. Help us grow.
And on a personal note, Ron Perlman. Just saying, open invitation. Doing the show. Anytime, Ron.
Yes, Ron, you can sit right between us. We can snuggle.
I promise you, Ron, that I will keep him away from you. You're Hellboy. You're one of America's best character actors. I don't want him getting weird on you. But you, anytime, Ron.
Bring the bladed gun as my favorite gun. Anyways, thanks again for watching, guys, as always, and happy watching out there.
Yep.
Enjoy the movie rush of summer.
Dan Cook, stop stealing her jokes.
Shut the hell up, Dane Cook. Nobody likes you anymore. Your stupid animated movie's got a bomb. Planes fly away and die a horrible death.
Superfinger!